thought I finally had this working, but it seems like maybe not. So for Christmas, I got this beautiful camera from my parents, and it's amazing. I'm still figuring out how to really work it properly, but hopefully I'm in focus. That looks okay, right? So Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2013 now. That's kind of crazy. When did that happen? 2 days ago. Anyway, I don't really set New Year's resolutions for myself, but I do tend to set sort of goals. Last year, for example, I decided that I would read 2 books per month, which didn't happen because 24 books is a surprisingly large amount to read, and I'm not a very quick reader, although I do love to read. That's why I set this goal for myself, is because I want to read more than I had the year before. So this year I read about 15 books. I did start 3 at the end of the year, but I just never got through them. So those will probably be the first ones that I'm gonna finish this year. Yeah, so I'll read out the books because I did write them down. The first book was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Then I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. The City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. The Hunger Games series, so Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I read Macbeth by William Shakespeare of course. We had to read that in school, but Macbeth is one of my favorite plays, so it totally worked out. I read The Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I read The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I read The Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. The Help by KATHRYN Stockett. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Paper Towns by John Green. Finally, The Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. I'm just going to name sort of the highlights for me this year. So obviously The Fault in Our Stars. I really think this is John Green's best book in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. The experience that I had with the book is also what makes it even more special. Obviously I loved The Hunger Games, so that kind of goes without saying how great those were. Pride and Prejudice, I really enjoyed that book, and I was like so pleasantly surprised. It was fantastic, and I would totally suggest that to anyone. The Help might have been my favorite book that I read this year. It was so fantastic. I love the book. I love it so much. And then The Perks of Being a Wallflower was also really fantastic. Also, if you have never read a graphic novel before, then I would totally suggest this one because it's the first time I had read it and I really enjoyed it. So this year I want to try and read about the same amount of books, hopefully a little bit more, but I was pretty happy with the amount that I read. I'm actually not sure how many pages it was, but I'll probably sort of try and calculate that and put it right here. So that's all. Bye guys! Hopefully I'm in focus. I honestly don't know right now. It doesn't look like it. Definitely not anymore.